Hi guys, my name is Christine, and today I am talking about how to get ahead of 99% of people this year, and I've got 5 ways that you can do this. Okay, so how can you get ahead? How can you be in one of the top places this year? And that is, first of all, to never give up, right? Keep on persevering, keep on persisting. So many people give up too soon, okay? You get so many people that, give up after the first try or maybe even the first 10 tries. But basically, what you need your attitude to be is I'm going to keep on doing this until I achieve the goal, until I weigh this certain amount, or whatever it is that you are trying to achieve for yourself. You got to keep on going until you reach it, until you get it. So many people have the mindset of, okay, I'll do this for a while, and if it works out, then I'll continue. Or I'll do this, for a little while until, I can see that it's not working out for me. Or I'll keep on going if it makes money. If it doesn't make money, then I'll stop. Or I'll keep going until I find something better or something like that. They give up way too soon. They have too many I guess you could say, excuses for themselves and give them lots of ways out, right? But if you burn the bridges basically and be one of those people that says, you know what, I'm going to do this until, then you're going to be way ahead of 99% of people this year, because you're the one that's not giving up while everyone around you is giving up, or giving up too easily and too soon. Okay, so that's one way that you can do it: perseverance and persistence. Okay. So another way that you can do this, another way that you can get ahead of 99% of the people this year, is if you're humble enough to know that you don't know everything, okay? There are a lot of people out there that when they finish school, or when they finish university, or when they get that top tier job, or whatever it is that they are, striving for in life, when they get past a certain point, when they get to a certain age, they feel like they know everything. Right? And they feel like there's no more to learn. So many people, sadly, and I've seen this, go into relationships thinking they know everything that there is to know about the opposite sex, that they know everything about relationships and how to make it work, when in reality they don't, right? It actually takes a bit of study, and especially if you grew up in a house where perhaps you didn't really have the best model for love, as in your parents or the people that were your guardians. If you didn't see a loving relationship growing up, then it's very difficult to have one when you are grown up, because you don't understand it. And a lot of people feel like they do understand it, when actually, if you don't have that growing up, you need to actually learn what a healthy relationship looks like. There are some people out there that truly believe, that everyone cheats on each other. There are people out there that truly believe that and think that that is just how everybody is, right? And so they cheat in their relationships. But in reality, there are many different kinds of relationships. And a healthy relationship is one where you don't cheat on each other, okay? Unless you've got an open relationship and you've both communicated that with each other. But as you can see, like a lot of people have presumptions that they think are true when actually they're not, you see. Okay, so if, let's say, for example, you don't really understand the opposite sex, then maybe get yourself a book like Men Are From Mars and Women Are From Venus, so you can start to understand the opposite sex and how their mind works. You got to be humble enough to know that you don't know everything. You have to even be humble enough to know that perhaps you don't know everything about your field. Perhaps there are some things that you could learn. Perhaps you know a lot of theory, but perhaps part of your job or part of what you need to do requires you to do some public speaking, and you're terrified of that. Then that's obviously a gap in your knowledge that you need to work on, right? You need to work on how to be a better public speaker. So you have to be humble enough to know that you don't know everything, and be even more humble enough to know and to do, right, is to go out there and start researching the things that you don't know enough about. Okay, and maybe looking up some contrasting opinions on the things that you feel like you already do know, right? Because when you do that, then you can figure out how another person sees this, and maybe their viewpoint may be more accurate, or maybe at least be interesting to know other viewpoints on that matter, right? So the world is complex. Things are not black and white. They rarely are. So, realize that, understand that, and be humble enough to research those things. Especially in terms of the things that you want to get ahead of this year. So it could be your job, it could be your finances. Perhaps there's some things about money that you need to learn about. Things like that, right? So be humble enough to know that you do not know everything. Okay. So another thing that's going to keep you ahead of 99% of the people is when you take a day off, right? When you are feeling drained or you're feeling unwell and you have to take a day off, really take a day off to rest, like really rest. Do something rejuvenating, eat nutritious meals, right? Have a nap. Go out and be in sunshine for a bit. Go out for a little walk, just to get yourself some fresh air, right? Because those types of things are going to do you much better than sit at home playing video games or sitting at home watching Netflix all day, and just sort of like laying there, Of course, sometimes if you're really unwell, then it's obviously you have to sort of just stay in bed. Sometimes if you're really unwell or something like that. But if you are okay enough to go out for a little walk, do that. If you're okay enough to cook yourself a nutritious meal, then do that. Really, truly rest when you take a day off. Don't do anything that's going to make you feel even more tired the next day, right? Like drinking too much caffeine, or getting too much screen time, looking at your phone too much, watching the TV too much, because those are things that are not going to help you stay rested. Okay, so if you are going to rest, then really truly rest. Okay, so again, the next point I go into kind of goes into the same sort of thing about this, which is if you fall off the wagon, if you fall off the horse and you have a bad day, you procrastinate, you don't do what you need to do, then get back on that horse, get back on that wagon ASAP, as soon as you possibly can. Perhaps even if you're having a day like that now where you've been procrastinating, after this video, just go and do something that can help you get ahead. Okay, so if you do have a bad day, and it's not because you're unwell or anything like that, it's because you've just procrastinated, then please, please, please get back on the wagon as soon as you possibly can. A lot of people, when they give up on things or they have a bad day, they turn it into a bad week or a bad month or a bad year where they don't do anything. Okay, but don't let that be you. Take the day, realize that, okay, you've messed up today as far as today is concerned, but tomorrow's a new day, or perhaps there's even something today that you can do to help rectify it, help fix it. Okay. So the last point that I want to make is remember, you are always going to be your best when you're upholding to your values, okay? So don't procrastinate, okay? What is important to you, right? Because if you know that taking action, doing your to-do list is what's important to you, and you're beating yourself up when you procrastinate, because you're beating yourself up, you know that you're not upholding your values. You know that you're going against your values, which is why you're feeling bad about procrastinating, okay? Or whatever it is that you are doing that you feel bad about, right? So you want to be upholding your values. And if you're always upholding your values, if you're always going by your own integrity, doing what you believe to be right, then you're going to feel good about yourself. Then you're going to feel like you're achieving something, like you're moving forward in life, okay? So remember, you're always going to feel better about yourself when you are upholding your own values, okay? And these are the things that are going to keep you ahead of 99% of all the people this year, because most people do not do these things, okay? For example, people give up, right? But you're not going to give up. A lot of people actually do give up on their dreams, okay? But you're not going to do that, okay? Some people feel like they know everything, but you're not like that. You're going to be humble enough to know that there are some gaps in your knowledge that you need to fill, okay? When people take days off, they don't rest. They do things that are detrimental to their health. You're not going to do that. When you take a day off for your own health, or you're just going to decide to just have a mental health day, you're going to do things that are actually going to nourish you and make you feel better, and it's not going to make you feel even worse the next day. Other people, when they fall off the wagon, when they stop doing what they need to do for whatever reason, and they procrastinate too much, they leave it a week. They say, okay, you know what, I'm going to just restart again on Monday. Or they don't even get there. It takes a year for them to get back into that momentum, right? But you're not going to be that. When you fall off the wagon, when you fall off the horse, you are going to get straight back on that horse, and you're going to continue. And even if you've had one of those days today where you fell off the wagon, you're going to do something today to help move your life forward. Okay, and the last thing is, there are people out there that do not uphold to their own values. They just sit around feeling bad about themselves, thinking, yeah, I really should be doing that, but decide not to. And they still feel awful about themselves and they have no integrity and they're not upholding to their values. But you're not like that, right? You're going to stick to your values. You're going to do what you know is right. And you're going to keep on doing that, okay? And those things are the things that are going to keep you ahead of and get you ahead of 99% of people this year. So thank you so much for watching. If you'd like to get in touch with me personally and you'd like coaching with me, then please go to www.christineloveridge.com and I shall talk to you again very soon. Goodbye.